Hello. Today, my name is Madeline Mamoni, and I'm here in the Stonehill College podcasting room, and I have two very special guests with me. Could you introduce yourselves, Jill?
Hi, I'm Jill. I am a freshman. I am a criminology major, and my knowledge on politics is probably
Slim
rather
to none.
limited. Politics make me sad.
Now, John.
Politics also make me sad, but you know, what are you going to do? I'm John. I'm a sophomore poli-sci major. You know me, Professor Caballero. How you doing? Yeah, I just showed up, and they told me to put a headset on, so I'm here now.
Yeah, so, okay.
Woo.
Before I throw some information at you guys, I have a couple of preliminary questions for Jill. John, you can stay quiet,
Awesome.
okay?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Anyway.
So, how ideologically extreme in your political views do you think you are? Do you think you're more moderate, or do you think you're more extreme?
I don't think I'm extreme at all.
Okay, good.
I think I'm very, take in the knowledge, absorb it, and go
And
from there.
my second question, have you ever voted in a midterm election?
What's a midterm election?
Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so no?
I do not believe so.
Okay. Do you know which congressional district you live in Massachusetts?
No.
And do you know who your district's representative is?
Mayor Wallace?
Oh.
I have no idea.
Okay, sweetie. So, you live in Sandwich, Massachusetts,
Yeah, oh my god, you did research.
which is the ninth... Well, we live in the same congressional district. You live in the ninth
Didn't know
congressional district of Massachusetts, meaning that Bill Keating is your House representative. So, I have a couple more questions to follow up.
Is
You
he
ready?
nice?
I think he's nice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do you know what party Bill Keating belongs to?
No.
That's a layup. Oh my god.
Democrat?
Yes.
Democratic? Okay, I
He
assume...
belongs to the Democratic
I know
Party.
that Massachusetts
Is a blue state.
is a very blue state,
Yeah.
so I assume...
That'll come into play later. So
I
you
know
know
something.
he belongs to the Democratic Party. Do you know how long a congressional term is?
10 years.
Okay.
Did I get it right?
Close.
Oh!
2.
Oh.
So actually
Oh.
not. It's 2 years. So with that in mind, how long do you think Bill Keating has been in office?
Year and a half.
Fascinating.
4
So
years.
would you be surprised if I told you that Bill Keating has been in office since 2013, meaning that he has won 7 straight
Oh
congressional
my god, he's
elections?
old. He's an old little man.
All right, so
good for him.
I'll tell you why. Are you ready?
Yes. So ready.
Bill Keating is called a 10-year incumbent, which means that he has held his seat in the House consecutively for over 10 years, meaning that he has what is considered a safe seat in the House.
Oh, so he stays forever?
Kind of,
Essentially.
He always has a little cushion.
John,
for him
if you'd
on
like
his
to
seat?
chime in, you can do so, but if you get in the way of my graph, I will bite your hand off.
I'm just gonna not talk.
Okay, so to understand what a safe seat is, we need to look at the competition in the legislature, or the lack thereof, because there is not that much competition. So we need to look at the electorate, who is essentially who's actually voting in midterm elections. You just said you're not very ideologically extreme.
Yeah.
But I have this research
think so.
article from Penn State, which says, and I'm quoting here, as voters in primary elections are principally partisan voters, i.e. their motivation is more principally partisan in nature than an ideological behavior. For these voters, we have self-selected to participate in a party nominating contest. Incumbent partisanship should be a dominant factor in their vote. So this basically means that people who actually show up to vote for midterm elections, which is a lot less than national elections like presidential ones, are way more ideologically extreme, and their main goal is to keep their partisan incumbent in office. So
Ew.
then, if we go a little bit further, another thing we have to consider is that when we're thinking about safe seats and uncontested candidates, it's also a geographic aspect of the district. So do you know what gerrymandering is?
Gerrymandering.
Tomato.
Yeah, but one of them's wrong.
Okay, anyway,
Do you know what it is?
I'm the main focus,
My
John.
apologies.
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No.
So, according to this chart, which I happen to have right
Oh,
here.
Lord.
I'm going to explain to my lovely listeners right now. This is a chart showing electoral integrity in other democracies around the world. And if we're looking at this chart, there's about 15 countries on here, and the United States ranks the lowest for electoral integrity at around 61%.
Whoa.
And some of this can be traced back to the practice of gerrymandering, which is how congressional borders are drawn. So, basically, this fact is that every 10 years or so when the census is taken, the congressional committee in charge of drawing the districts kind of draws it in favor of the majority party.
Okay.
So I have this quote here from this article that says, voters deserve fair representation, yet with gerrymandering and partisan bias in redistricting, all votes are not counted equally. So this means that our voting districts are drawn in a way to favor that majority party. How do you feel about that?
That's probably not great, is it?
Yeah, it kind of
That
takes
doesn't
away.
sound great.
It kind of takes away that
It's a lot of big words, but I think I'm getting
free
the
will that you
gist.
thought you had. So,
I did think not really.
all right. So then jumping down, if you look,
Free will is an illusion.
Is this,
Free will is an illusion created by the government.
I have
That's
another
an interesting
graph here. If you look at this graph,
The earth is flat.
Okay.
this article is coming out of Georgetown University, specifically looking at the lower house competition levels between 1970 and 2002. And it shows that lower house races, i.e. the House, competition levels have fluctuated over time. But as a result, the level of polarization over the years, on average, the level of uncontested races, now listen to this, uncontested races in the House remain stable at around 40%. So only 40% of these elections that are supposed to be competitive aren't competitive at all, and the winner is basically predetermined.
That
I'm
doesn't
shocked.
sound fair.
Exactly. Okay.
Wait, so why don't people vote in the midterm elections? I know we're trying to do a paper, but like genuine question, why don't people vote in the mid?
That's the question, because we have one of the lowest voter turnout rates in the developed world with a democracy.
That's
So it really
odd.
takes away from that kind of representative democracy that we're supposed to have when not many people are voting for their representatives, because they don't really think it's important. They don't think it's as important as national elections.
Does the representative have an electoral vote?
Doesn't really work like that.
That's
But
not, yeah, that's
do you get what I
My
mean?
brain
This
is so tiny, guys.
But you understand, this is basically what I'm trying to say. This is why we should really pay more attention to midterm elections so that we can get
Yeah.
a broader, more moderate electorate.
It all clicked in my
It all
head. It all just clicked on
And
what he
there we
does.
have it, ladies and
Oh.
gentlemen. I'm Madeline Mamoni.
That wasn't me lying. It genuinely all clicked.
And this is Jillian Woodbury.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.